Hey YouTube, I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker. I'm also a professional tarot reader, so if you're ready to get your reading done, please contact me. I do email and face-to-face video chat. I may be getting rid of email and doing only video chat, but I'll do a version where you don't set up a reading with me. You give me your questions and I read for you and send you the video. It's just a little easier to do than doing all that typing. So, welcome to this week's main Tarotscope. This is for October the 2nd through October the 8th. We are going to be using two really cool decks. Both of them are new to me. Both of them are Kickstarter decks. So I hope you will check them out. I think they're pretty wonderful. This past week, I did a couple of Patreon videos. Well, one Patreon video. And I also did a video for everybody, a recap of my retreat experience with Joanna Powell Colbert and the Gaian Soul Retreat. So take a look at it if you like. Remember that I no longer have individual Tarotscopes for pay-per-view. They're only available on patreon.com. You can go to patreon.com/Arwen Lynch, all small, and find out how you can support me and get your weekly Tarotscopes. Now, let's talk about the decks I'm going to use. First, the first one is a little bitty deck, right? It's like Lenormand size. Super simple images, really clean lines. I love the soft muted palette. And it is the Mesquite Tarot. It is available. I just checked their website, and this is the little bag I got. I believe the little bag is still available. Definitely go over there and pick it up. It's like 44 bucks. Y'all, this is a sweet deck. And it does have a book. Right? Nice. Shows you the cards. Great big on each side. Really cool. And it's a pretty thick book. Right? It's pretty thick. Now, the other deck, the Oracle deck we're going to use, is the Ofrenda Oracle. My Patreon folks got a sneak peek at this into this week's video because it's cool. It's the offering is Ofrenda, and it is Dia de los Muertos. My Spanish is really bad. I apologize. But this is a gorgeous deck, and I'm not going to be looking at the book. It's got a wonderful little book. Where's the book? It's over there, but I can't grab it. I will be doing a flip through on this deck. I'm going out of town again, I know, traveling. So I won't have as much time this weekend. Maybe next week I'll get back, trying to get back on track on doing more regular videos, at least giving you one a week. So let's take a look. Oh, and I'm also getting ready to put the Cartomancer to bed, as they say. And that means if you want to do an ad, this is the week to get it in. I cannot budge on that because it's got to go to the printer. And I would love to have you in it. So contact editor@thecartomancer.com after looking at thecartomancer.com and seeing what the advertising rates are. Let's see what this week's Oracle card is for all of us. Okay? And from the Ofrenda deck, we get art. Now, I just absolutely see Frida Kahlo in this. There's just no way she didn't inspire this. She's an artist. She's got the eyebrows. She's got the beautiful flowers in her hair. Art. Today, I celebrate my inner artist. Today, I celebrate my inner artist. Today, I celebrate my inner artist. And before you go saying you're not an artist, I am right there with you. But I'm an artist with words. Some people are artists with food. Some people are artists with cars. We're all artists in our own way, so celebrate that. Celebrate it and give it honor. We're going to look with the Mesquite Tarot. This deck shuffles beautifully. I'm going to shuffle it on my lap because I can't do it up in the air because it'll go everywhere. But listen to this. right? Beautiful. Thank you for an easy to shuffle deck, ladies. I say ladies because the creators are A and B. Allison and Bronwyn. I think it's Allison. Sorry, Allison, if that's not your name. But and both of these decks are from Texas. That's actually why I'm using them. This is from Austin, and the other one is from Euless. Hey, Euless in the house. So it's a very Texas Tarotscope. And we're going to take a look at what we get. We get a main card, a help card, and a hinder card. Remember, if you are looking at your individual scopes, I advise watching your moon, your sun, and your rising video and incorporating those 3 readings, okay? So the first card for us is a bit of a struggle. It is the 5 of what I will call swords. It's sharp, pointy things. It's arrows. And this person is approaching them, but the person they're approaching looks a little defensive. Looks like, come on, I'll take you. So I think what we need to do is focus on how we see others. How do we approach them? How are they approaching us? Are we reading too much into the approach? You know, sometimes we get really defensive. I know with my husband, sometimes he'll say something and I just, is that fair of me? No, it really isn't. So I have to really work on realizing where all my stress comes from and why I'm bowing up, right? So own your shit. Don't put it off on somebody coming up to you. Don't pick a fight just because you're in a bad mood. Arwen. What's going to help us with this? Really like this. It is the 2 of coins. And see how this, it's so simple. And look at that background. I love the background of this. But you see this emblem, you know immediately what this is. It's the balance, it's the back and forth, it's the day-to-day stuff, y'all. That I'm seeing the infinity is just the track. We do it in, we do it out. We do it in, we do it out. And just remember, everybody else is doing that too. Right? So this is talking about, last week I talked to one of the signs about they needed to be macro focus. Now then we need to be macro focus. We need to look at the whole thing and not just us. Okay? And see how the whole thing is. If you get cranky in a line and bitch out the, checkout girl, she goes home and yells at her husband. He goes to the bar and yells at a guy. It all just keeps going. So rather than doing that, why don't we make it a smile even when we're not in a good mood, and be patient and give somebody else the gift of joy. What's going to get in the way? The knower. And I'm not real familiar with our courts yet in this deck, so maybe I should be looking at the book. Ha ha ha. But the knower of cups, let me show it to you as soon as the cards are still slick, so they just went everywhere. So look at our pretty knower. Now, they are fairly genderless in the courts, but this looks female to me. I don't know if it's the hair or the wide hips, but I see a female here. So we're going to call the knower of cups. This is what gets in the way. This is the compassion, but it's also the person gets overwhelmed with care, overwhelmed with worrying about others, overwhelmed with doing for others and not for, doing for others and feeling crappy about it, basically. So kind of look at that and see, I'm looking to see what the other court cards are real quick, but ask yourself, what is your intention? Right? And if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you're caring because you're supposed to, time out, baby. Time out. Give yourself a little space, and maybe you won't see that stranger coming down the path as somebody you have to immediately be defensive about, right? Particularly in America right now, there's such a instant judgment. Are you for 45 or are you against him? You for him or you're against him? kind of stuff. And I do it. I'm horrible about it. You know, and I got called out on it. I wore a shirt and had this lady come up to me, and she was older than me by a good 20 years, and I'm 56. And I thought, oh, she's coming up here to chastise me about my shirt. And you know what she said? She said, I really like your shirt. I wish I had that. Lesson for Arwen. So, don't be me. Now, go and seek some joy, y'all, and pass it on. Remember to go to Patreon, patreon.com/Arwen Lynch and become a patron. Bye, y'all. Seek joy again.